Have you ever felt that terrifying fear when you try to speak English? That feeling where your hands sweat and your mind just goes totally blank? I know that feeling so well. But what if I told you that overcoming that fear could completely change your life and open up the entire world for you? Before I share this life-changing journey with you, make sure to hit that subscribe button so we can keep growing and learning together. Hello, my friend. Today I want to tell you about something that completely turned my life around. I am talking about learning how to speak English. I do not mean just memorizing grammar rules or studying long vocabulary lists. I mean actually opening your mouth and speaking. English did a lot more than just help me pass my exams in school. It unlocked the entire world for me. It gave me the amazing chance to meet new friends, explore different cultures, and dream bigger than I ever thought possible. English opened doors to opportunities I never even imagined. But let me be honest, the journey was not easy at all. When I first started learning English, I was absolutely terrified. I was so shy and incredibly nervous. My accent sounded weird to me. The words came out of my mouth so slowly. And my biggest fear was making mistakes. I constantly worried that people would laugh at me or think I was not smart. I felt so embarrassed every single time I tried to speak. But you know what? I refused to give up. By the way, if you are enjoying this story and want more motivation, please subscribe to the channel right now. I just kept pushing forward step by step, just like a little baby learning how to walk. Yes, I made mistakes. I stumbled and I got confused all the time, but I always got back up and tried again. And very slowly, I started to build my confidence. My words became a lot clearer. My sentences flowed better. I finally found my own voice. If you are sitting there right now feeling afraid, I truly understand you. Maybe you are naturally shy. Maybe you feel like your English is just not good enough yet. Maybe you are terrified to speak because you think people are constantly judging you. But let me share a secret with you. Mistakes are not your enemy. Silence is your real enemy, because if you do not speak, you will never grow. Learning English is exactly like learning how to swim. When you first jump in, the water feels freezing and scary. You panic and think you are going to sink, but the more you paddle and swim, the more natural the water feels. After a little while, you are not just floating. You are swimming with total confidence. That is exactly how it works with learning English too. So today, I really want to encourage you. Please do not be afraid to speak. Just start opening your mouth. Even if your English is super messy, even if you make 100 mistakes, even if you can only remember one single word, just say it out loud, because every single time you speak, you are taking one more solid step toward becoming that confident English speaker you are meant to be. And hey, if you want to keep taking these steps with us, do not forget to subscribe to the channel for more helpful videos. Now, one of the absolute best ways to learn English is by simply listening. When you listen to English through songs, movies, podcasts, or even just hearing people talk, your ears naturally start to understand the different sounds. You hear exactly how people pronounce their words and how they use native expressions. You actually start learning new vocabulary and phrases without even trying that hard. It is exactly like listening to your favorite music. The more you listen to it, the more you understand the lyrics. Another truly great way to practice your speaking is by talking to yourself. Yes, I know it might feel incredibly silly at first, but trust me, it really does work. You can just pretend that you are having a normal conversation with someone. Ask yourself questions in English and then try your best to answer them. For example, you can ask yourself what you did today, and then you can answer that today you went to the local market. Or you can ask yourself what you want to eat and then reply that you really want to eat some pizza. The more you practice doing this, the easier it will become. Also, you should really try to practice with friends who are learning English too. You guys can help each other grow so much. You can learn together, laugh together, and improve your skills together. Please do not ever worry about being perfect. English is not about being perfect at all. It is about building a connection. It is about sharing your inner thoughts, your unique ideas, and your personal story with the people around you. Every single time you speak, you learn something. Every mistake you make is just another valuable lesson. So please do not be afraid, be brave, and take a chance. And if you are feeling brave today, hit that subscribe button to join our amazing community. You should be so proud of yourself just for trying, because the more you speak, the stronger and better your English becomes. And always remember this fact: you absolutely do not have to be completely fluent to make real progress. You just have to be willing to give it a try. One word, one sentence, one tiny step at a time. You can absolutely do this. Just speak. Please do not be afraid to speak. Your amazing English journey starts right now. Listen, my friend, I want to share something very important with you right now. When you are on this journey of learning to speak English, it is so incredibly easy to feel like you are just not good enough. Maybe you sit there thinking that you do not know enough vocabulary words yet. Maybe you feel deeply shy or terrified to speak up in front of a group of people. Let me tell you, I have been exactly where you are, and I want to reassure you that it is perfectly okay. You really do not need to use huge or fancy words to speak beautifully. Simple words are more than enough to communicate. The thing that matters the most is just expressing your thoughts clearly. Even if your grammar is a little broken or you forget a specific word, just keep trying. People will still be able to understand what you mean, and the more you practice speaking, the more new words you will naturally learn over time. When I was learning English back in the day, I would always think to myself, what if people laugh at me? That deep fear kept me completely silent for a very long time. But then a day came when I realized something incredibly important. If I keep my mouth shut and do not speak, I am never going to improve, so I made the choice to speak anyway. I definitely made mistakes. I said the wrong things all the time. But do you want to know what happened? Most people never even laughed at me. In fact, they went out of their way to help me. If you want more helpful tips like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you do not miss out. They were so kind and very patient with my English, and with every single conversation I had, I got a little bit better. So, if you are feeling nervous right now, please know that it is completely normal. Every single person feels that exact same way at the beginning of their journey, but you cannot let that fear stop you. Just take a deep breath, put a big smile on your face, and start speaking. Even if it is literally just one word or one short sentence, just say it. The more you open your mouth to speak, the easier the words will flow. One specific thing that really helped me improve was reading out loud. When you read out loud, your eyes see the words on the page. Your mouth physically says those words, and your brain actively connects the sounds with the meanings. It is literally like going to the gym, but for your English muscles. At the very beginning, it feels super hard, but as time goes on, you get so much stronger. Also, you should never be afraid to ask people for help. If you have no idea how to say something, it is totally fine to ask someone. That is exactly how we all learn. Everyone needs a little help sometimes. And asking questions just proves that you are brave and that you are ready to grow. Another huge part of this journey is your mindset. If you constantly keep telling yourself that you cannot do this, it is going to feel 100 times harder. But if you tell yourself that you can learn this, then your brain actually starts to believe it. Your positive attitude is basically your superpower. Learning English is absolutely not a fast race. You need to think of it like you are climbing a massive mountain. You cannot just jump to the very top in one giant leap. You have to take one tiny step, and then another step, and then another. Slowly but surely, you will eventually reach the top of that mountain. Every single word you say and every sentence you try to build is a vital part of your climb. You can also think of learning English like planting a beautiful tree. By the way, to help your English tree grow faster, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. At first, it is just a tiny little seed in the dirt. You have to water it every single day. You have to take good care of it. It definitely does not grow massive overnight, but one day you will look back and be amazed at how tall and incredibly strong it has become. That beautiful tree represents your English, and one day you will feel so unbelievably proud of how far you have come, all because you refuse to give up. So today, I strongly encourage you to just speak. Do not wait around until you feel like you are perfect. Perfection literally does not exist in language learning. Only progress exists. Speak as much as you possibly can every single day. Read out loud in your room. Listen to English audio every day. Ask lots of questions. Have conversations with yourself. Talk to your friends. Talk to literally anyone who is willing to listen to you. Mistakes are perfectly fine, actually. They are an essential part of the whole learning process. Every single mistake you make is secretly teaching you something brand new. So, do not be terrified of making them. Be proud of the fact that you are actively trying, and above everything else, you have to believe in yourself. You can absolutely do this. Just one word at a time, just one step at a time. Keep pushing forward. You are so much closer to your goal than you think. Do not ever stop trying. Keep going and keep speaking. One day you will look back at your journey and proudly say that you did it. I can still perfectly remember the very first time I tried to have a full and real conversation in English. My heart was beating so incredibly fast. My hands were totally sweaty, and my voice was shaking so much. I was absolutely terrified that I was going to make mistakes or say the completely wrong thing. But I went ahead and did it anyway. I tried my absolute best, and even though I definitely made a bunch of mistakes, I felt incredibly proud of myself. Why did I feel proud? Because I was finally brave enough to just try. That is what learning English is truly all about at the end of the day. It is never about perfection. It is all about courage. Every single time you speak out loud, you are making real progress. Even if you cannot feel that progress right away, you are getting better and better. Speaking English is basically like building a big muscle. And to help build that English muscle, hit subscribe so you never miss our lessons. If you never use your muscle, it will just stay weak forever. But if you use it all the time, it gets so much stronger. When I was in the middle of learning, I started watching a lot of movies and television shows in English. At the very beginning, I did not understand much of anything, but I absolutely did not stop. I just kept watching and I kept listening. I paid close attention to exactly how the actors spoke, their emotional tone, their hand gestures, their facial expressions, and their body language. I quickly realized that speaking is not just about the words coming out of your mouth. It is about raw emotion. It is about human connection. So, whenever you are speaking English, please do not be afraid to show your true feelings. Smile big when you are happy about something. Look a little confused when you do not understand what someone is saying. Use your hands a lot to help express yourself better. Language is so much more than just boring grammar rules or a list of vocabulary words. It is a beautiful way to share exactly what is inside your heart. Sometimes when you are in the middle of learning, you might start to feel really stuck. You might sit there and think that you have been studying for months, but you are not getting any better at all. Let me tell you something important. That exact feeling is completely normal. Learning a new language is exactly like climbing up a steep hill. Some days you will move forward very quickly. Other days will feel incredibly slow and exhausting. But even on those super slow days, you are still constantly moving forward. Do not ever give up just because the journey feels hard. The hard part is a necessary part of the journey. One strategy that helped me so much was setting very small goals for myself. And my goal today is to get you to subscribe to the channel. So please click that button. I did not try to magically become fluent in a single day. That is just not how this works. I set very simple and small goals for each and every day. One day I would focus all my energy on learning just 5 new words. Another day I would spend my time practicing my pronunciation. Another day I would try my hardest to speak for 5 solid minutes without stopping once. All of these tiny steps really added up over a long period of time. And here's something incredibly important for you to remember. You need to celebrate your progress. If you manage to learn a brand new word, celebrate it. If you build the courage to speak to someone in English, feel amazing and proud. If you manage to understand a full sentence while watching a movie, smile about it. These tiny little wins truly matter so much. They are the ultimate proof that you are improving every day. You seriously do not need to be a perfect speaker to use English. You just need to be very consistent. You need to keep showing up every day. Keep practicing your skills. Speak just a little bit every single day. Even if you are just talking to yourself in an empty room, over time, your English skills will grow incredibly strong. You will start to feel so much more confident, and one beautiful day you will realize that you have come a remarkably long way. So please just keep going. Do not worry at all if you are making mistakes. Mistakes are absolutely not failures. They are clear signs that you are actually learning. Believe in yourself and trust the entire process. Be very patient and always be kind to yourself. Your English journey is not about going fast. It is about simply not giving up. You can definitely do this, and one day you will proudly say that you did not quit, you kept speaking, and now you can speak English fluently. Take a nice deep breath and take a moment to feel truly proud of yourself today. Every single little step you take on this English journey is a huge achievement. Learning English is absolutely not something that magically happens overnight. It is a long journey. And every new word you learn, every single sentence you speak out loud, brings you that much closer to your ultimate goal. One habit that seriously helped me was keeping a daily journal written entirely in English. Before I explain how I did it, make sure to subscribe to the channel to support our community. Every single night, right before going to bed, I would force myself to write down a few sentences about how my day went. It was nothing super complicated, just very simple thoughts explaining that today I went to the market or that I felt super happy because I got to see my good friend. Over a long period of time, I started to notice that my writing was actually getting so much better. My sentences became a lot clearer, and I even started to naturally think in English more often. You really do not have to write a massive amount. Even just 1 or 2 simple sentences every day is more than enough. It is such a wonderful way to practice, and it really helps your brain get used to using the English language to express your own personal thoughts. Another incredibly powerful habit is to actively try thinking in English all the time. At the very beginning, you will probably just translate everything from your native language inside your head, and that is perfectly okay. But slowly, little by little, try your best to think directly using English words. It is exactly like learning how to do a new dance. At first, you are overthinking every single move your body makes, but with enough practice, it becomes totally natural and super smooth. Something else that made a massive difference for me was practicing with my friends. I actively looked for people who also wanted to improve their English skills. We would regularly meet up for coffee, or we would chat online, and we made a strict rule: we were only allowed to speak English. At the very beginning, it felt so awkward because literally none of us were fluent at all. But very soon after, we started having so much fun together. We laughed a lot, we made a ton of silly mistakes, and we learned together as a team. You can easily do this too. Find a good friend or join a small group and just practice speaking on a regular basis. Do not waste energy worrying about being perfect. Your only goal should be progress, never perfection. And yes, I know it is completely normal to feel super nervous about speaking with native English speakers. By the way, if you want more confidence-building tips, hit that subscribe button. I totally used to feel that exact same way too. I genuinely thought they would laugh at my accent or get super annoyed with me. But the truth is, most people are incredibly kind. They really appreciate the fact that you are trying so hard to learn their language. They absolutely do not expect you to speak perfectly at all. They just want to be able to understand what you are trying to say. And sometimes they will even help you out by gently correcting the mistakes you make. That is definitely not a bad thing at all. Every single correction you get is a brand new chance to learn something valuable. There will definitely be days when you feel totally stuck. There will be tough moments when you feel exhausted, frustrated, or even completely ready to just give up and quit. But please remember this one thing. You are so much stronger than you think you are. You have already taken the absolute first and most important step. You made the firm decision to learn. That takes some real courage right there. And here is something truly beautiful about all of this. English has the power to connect you to the rest of the world. No matter where you come from, no matter what your personal background is, English can open amazing doors to brand new cultures, brand new friendships, and brand new life opportunities. It is not just a bunch of words, it is a powerful bridge. So please take that very next step. Speak just a little bit today, write just a little bit tonight, try to think a little bit more in English tomorrow morning. Day by day, your skills will naturally grow. You absolutely do not have to be perfect. Just keep pushing forward. You have got this. And one beautiful day, you will look back and say that you refused to give up, you kept going, and now you can confidently speak English. English truly is a magical bridge that brings all kinds of people together. When you take the time to learn how to speak English, you are literally opening a massive door to the entire world. English connects people from so many different amazing countries and wonderful cultures. It allows you to travel the world so much more easily, to meet incredible new friends, and to discover fascinating new ideas. It is basically a golden key that can open so many wonderful doors throughout your life. Sometimes learning this language can feel incredibly hard. If you are feeling that struggle, subscribe to the channel for daily motivation. You might feel a strong urge to just give up, but whenever you start feeling that way, I really want you to stop and remember exactly why you started in the first place. Think deeply about all of your biggest dreams and the amazing chances that knowing English will bring to your life. Take a moment to imagine yourself in the near future, speaking English with total confidence, making amazing new friends, and finally reaching all of your biggest goals. Hold on tightly to that beautiful vision. Let it be your guide and let it keep you moving forward no matter what. And please always be kind to yourself. Learning a brand new language is absolutely not an easy task. You are currently doing something truly amazing. If you end up making mistakes, do not be harsh or hard on yourself. Instead, you should say out loud that you are learning and that you are getting much better with every passing day. There will be magical moments that completely surprise you. Moments when you suddenly understand a fast conversation or you say something perfectly in English without even thinking too much about it. Those special moments clearly show you exactly how far you have really come. And as long as you just keep trying, those amazing moments will keep happening to you. I really want you to know that I was once standing exactly where you are right now. I was completely terrified to open my mouth and speak. I made so many embarrassing mistakes. Sometimes I wanted to just stop learning completely, but I refused to give up. If I was able to learn how to speak English, then you can absolutely do it too. The journey might be very long and sometimes quite difficult, but trust me, it is worth every single step you take. With every brand new word you manage to learn and every single sentence you bravely say out loud, you are actively building a much brighter future for yourself. I will never forget a very special day when I finally realized that learning English was about so much more than just memorizing words. It was really about building a true connection with other human beings. I was just sitting peacefully in a local park when a lost tourist walked right up to me and asked for some directions in English. For the very first time in my life, I did not hesitate at all. I spoke very clearly and with so much confidence. Even though my English was far from perfect, the massive smile on their face when they understood exactly what I was saying felt like pure magic. That specific moment proved to me that English is an incredibly powerful tool, a beautiful way to bring different people together. Learning English has truly taught me so much more than just how to speak a language. To keep learning these life lessons with me, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. It has taught me extreme patience and deep resilience. It has shown me the true importance of daily practice and showing kindness, both to other people and to myself. So please just keep speaking, keep practicing every day, and keep believing in your own abilities. Every single word you say out loud, every single step you take forward, brings you that much closer to making your dreams a reality. Always remember, you are definitely not alone on this wild journey. We are all just learning one tiny step at a time. And with enough courage and patience, you will absolutely succeed. Every single word you manage to speak is a massive victory. Learning English is absolutely not just about sitting and studying in a boring classroom or waiting around for the perfect moment to arrive. One of the absolute best things that helped me grow was forcing myself to use English every single day in my normal real life. I definitely did not wait for special lessons or professional classes. I just practiced wherever and whenever I possibly could. Whenever I walked down the street, I would try my best to describe everything I saw around me using English words. When I cooked my dinner or cleaned my room, I tried to force my brain to think entirely in English. These tiny little moments of daily practice might seem way too simple, but they really add up over time and they end up making a massive difference in your skill level. I also spent a lot of time just talking to myself in English. Yes, I know, sometimes I would literally pretend to have full conversations, or I would act out dramatic scenes from my favorite movies or television shows. It might sound a little funny to do that. But it honestly helped me feel so much more comfortable with the act of speaking out loud. The more I talked, even if I was just talking to a wall, the more natural the English language became for me. And here's something incredibly important that I learned along the way. It is completely okay not to know absolutely everything. You seriously do not need to memorize every single word in the dictionary to be able to speak English well. Sometimes the most simple words are completely enough. What matters the absolute most is that you can clearly share your inner thoughts and feelings with someone else. Even if you cannot think of the most perfect word in that exact moment, you can always find another creative way to communicate your point. English, just like any other language in the world, is all about connecting with other human beings and sharing your heart and your mind. I also really want to tell you how incredibly important it is to celebrate every single little success you have. Hey, speaking of success, hitting that subscribe button is a great way to support the channel. I clearly remember the very first time I bravely ordered my food in English at a restaurant. It was such a tiny little moment, but I felt so incredibly proud and happy with myself. You need to celebrate moments exactly like that one. Did you speak any English today? That is absolutely amazing. Did you learn a brand new word today? That is real progress right there. Every step you take brings you so much closer to your ultimate goal. And when you inevitably make mistakes, please do not feel sad or discouraged. Instead, you should actually celebrate your mistakes. Why should you do that? Because making mistakes proves that you are actually trying your hardest. Each and every mistake is a valuable lesson, a perfect chance to learn something brand new. Whenever I made mistakes, I learned from them. I got so much better because of them. Every word you speak out loud, every single sentence you try to build is a wonderful small victory. No matter how simple or short your conversation might be, you are totally winning. So please, just keep speaking, keep trying your best, keep believing in yourself. You are doing such an incredible job, and every single day you are getting so much better. You are definitely not alone on this journey. Back when I was in the middle of learning English, I used to feel so deeply embarrassed whenever I made a mistake. I constantly worried about sounding silly or not being completely perfect all the time. But now I look at all of those past mistakes as amazing chances to grow. You need to know that you are not alone in this huge journey. Literally millions of people all over the entire world are learning English right now, just like you are. Many of them feel super nervous, totally unsure, and very afraid to make mistakes too. Always remember that we are all just learners. Learning is a lifelong process that never truly ends. Even native English speakers learn brand new things about their own language every single day. If you ever start to feel stuck, or if you think that you are not improving fast enough, just take a deep breath and remind yourself that learning is a long journey. It is absolutely not a fast race. Some days you will make massive progress. Other days you might only take very small steps forward. Both of those days are incredibly important. Both of them move you closer to your final goal. Confidence is absolutely the key to all of this. If you are building your confidence today, please make sure to subscribe to the channel right now. True confidence does not magically come from being completely perfect. It comes directly from believing in yourself and being brave enough to just try. Whenever you speak English, you need to do it with full confidence. Even if you are not totally sure about the words you are using, people will quickly notice your positive energy and your raw courage, and that is what truly matters the most. Confidence naturally grows over time, and the more you practice, the stronger that confidence becomes. Please do not be terrified to practice talking with native English speakers, even if you secretly think your English is not good enough yet. Most people out there are incredibly kind and very happy to help you out. In fact, so many native speakers deeply admire people who are trying to learn a brand new language because they understand exactly how incredibly hard it can be. When I first tried speaking to native speakers, I was shaking with nerves, but I very quickly learned that they truly appreciated my hard effort. Many of them even took the time to help me improve my skills. Their kind support gave me the exact confidence I needed to keep going. Another highly important tip is to completely immerse yourself in the English language as much as you possibly can. You need to surround yourself with the language every single day. Listen to popular English music. Watch engaging movies and entertaining television shows. Read good books or interesting articles written in English. The more you expose your brain to the English language, the more natural it will eventually feel to you. Do not worry at all if you do not understand absolutely everything right at the beginning. Your amazing brain will naturally start to notice the different patterns and hidden meanings over time. It is exactly like training a physical muscle at the gym. The more you use it, the stronger it will get. So please just keep practicing, keep listening closely, and keep speaking out loud. You are actively building a brand new skill that will absolutely open magical doors to the rest of the world. Remember that every single step you take, whether it is big or small, is real progress. Be very patient and always be kind to your own mind. Believe deeply in your incredible ability to learn and to grow. You have already begun a truly amazing journey, and with each and every word you proudly speak, you are becoming so much more confident and fluent. Just keep going. You are doing a remarkably great job. Learning English can actually be really fun. And speaking of fun, hitting that subscribe button is the best way to join our fun community. You do not have to only study from boring textbooks all day. You can play fun games in English, sing along loudly to your favorite songs, or even join cool online groups where people from all over the globe practice together. There are so many amazing ways to make this whole learning process very enjoyable. The big secret is to find exactly what you like doing and just keep doing it every single day. Be extremely patient and very kind to yourself. Choosing to learn a new language is honestly one of the bravest things a person can ever do. It takes a lot of time and serious effort, and it is definitely not always easy. You might not see massive progress right away, but I promise you it is happening in the background. Every single day that you practice, you get a little bit better and a little bit closer to your final goal. Always try to remember exactly why you started learning English in the first place. Maybe you are doing it for your dream job, maybe you want to travel the world, to meet amazing new people, or just to challenge your own brain. Hold on tightly to that specific reason. Let it deeply inspire you, and let it keep you going whenever things start to feel way too hard. When the road ahead feels far too long, just think about the many incredible doors that will instantly open when you can speak English very well. Amazing new opportunities, beautiful new friendships, and unforgettable new experiences. Here is one final thought that I really want to leave you with today. English is so much more than just a bunch of words. It is a beautiful bridge to a much bigger world full of endless possibilities. When you finally speak English, you are bravely stepping right into that bigger world. You are actively connecting with amazing people and opening your entire life to incredible new chances. So please just keep speaking, keep learning, and absolutely never give up on yourself. One beautiful day you will look back at this exact moment and you will smile. You will proudly say out loud that you finally did it. Thank you so much for listening to my story today.